Well, I was going to say, hopefully, you're going to use this information as information and not as a strategy for how to implant a false memory in someone else. Except for I gave you a project where your assignment is to implant a false memory in someone else. So I guess maybe this will help you with your project. So let's go here. So forming false memories. So there are things that get associated in our memory in an incorrect way. And once our brain has made that connection, there's no way for us to consciously know what it used to be like or whether this is false. As far as our brain is concerned, once the synapse is connected, it's there legitimately. And it's really difficult for us to separate that. And so false memories feel like just regular memories. So one of the earliest ways that researchers ever looked at the ability to form false memories was using the lost in the mall strategy. And this is what I've given you to try and replicate for a project. So Elizabeth Loftus, if you recall, a couple chapters ago, I introduced you to Jeff Loftus, which was her husband. They were both at the University of Washington when she generated the Lost in the Mall design. And, the exact strategy that I've given to you for the project is exactly what she did in the study. She had participants volunteering for the study, and then she contacted their mom, asked for memories of things that happened to the child when they were 4 or 5 years old, and then interviewed the participant about each of these events while inserting a false memory into the list. They confirmed with the mom that the child had never been lost in the mall. If the mom said, no, actually they were lost in the mall, then they substituted a knocking over a punch bowl at a wedding as the false memory. And she found that about 30% of participants on the second day, after they'd been told, your mom said that you were lost in a mall. Now sleep on this. I want to see you tomorrow. On the second day, about 30% of people reported details about having been lost in the mall, which was a false memory. So they were sort of internalizing it. And you can kind of imagine why. My mom told you that happened. A lot of our autobiographical memories are really ones that have been imposed on us by our families, right? And we trust that the adults wouldn't tell us that something happened when it really didn't, right? We kind of just assume that if their memory is saying this, then it must be a true thing. So the Lost in the Mall design was a really good measure of, the ability of a person to internalize something that isn't true and in fact elaborate on it, right? And start extending that memory out. So I thought you would enjoy actually seeing Elizabeth Loftus talking about it and how it's done. And so I'll see you on the other side of this little video.